Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Techie Code Buddy. I hope you all are doing extremely well and your Infosys exam preparation is also going well. Well, as you guys were requesting me to make some quantitative aptitude related videos, so this is the 15th video of our series, and for quantitative aptitude, this is the first video, right? So you can follow the playlist. Previously, we have done the videos related to verbal ability, related to puzzle question, logical reasoning, pseudo codes, right? Now we are doing quantitative aptitude, so you can easily follow the playlist. All right. Now, in this video, I have taken the questions from quantitative aptitude and from 2019 till 2024, right? So I have taken 8 to 9 questions, or I guess 10 questions in this video from different topics, and the questions are previously asked, so that you can have the idea that in which way you need to prepare and what are the most important topics, right? So let's move on to the very first question. So this question is from ratio and proportion, a very important topic for your every placement exam, not only for Infosys but for Deloitte, but for TCS and other companies as well, except Accenture, because Accenture doesn't ask the questions from aptitude. Okay, let's move on to the solutions now. There are two numbers in the ratio of 8:9. So I'm considering that the numbers are A and B, and the ratio given is 8:9, right? If the smaller of the two numbers is decreased by 7 and the larger number is decreased by 12, then the ratio of the two number will become 5:9. Find the larger number. Okay, now mostly people will do like 8 minus 7 and 9 minus 12, right? But this is the wrong approach. See, the question is saying that this is the given ratio of the numbers, right? And if the smaller of the two numbers is decreased by 7, so basically we are decrementing 7 from the actual number, right? But not from the ratio. So what will be the actual number? It would be 8x. And what will be the next actual number? It will be 9x. What is the value of x? We don't know as of now. Let's consider, or let's understand this in that way. What is the ratio of 80 into 90? 8 to 80 and 90. It is 8 and 9 only, right? 8:9. So 8:9 and 8:9. Both are same, right? So here, what is the value of x? So basically, if we divide by 10, then only we'll get 8 and 9. Na? So what is the value of x here is 10, right? Similarly, this is the actual number, but as of now, we don't know that what is the value of x. We need to find it out, right? Okay, so we are considering that this is our smaller number and this is our larger number. Okay, now if the smaller of the two numbers is decreased by 7, that means it will become 8x minus 7. Pardon to my handwriting, right? And the larger number is decreased by 12. So larger number will be decreased by 12. So the ratio will become 5:9. Okay, so let's take it here that 8x minus 7 upon 9x minus 12 will become 5:9. This will be the ratio, right? Now, simple cross multiplication. So let's do it here. 9. I'm doing each and every step here, right? So that you can understand easily. 9x minus 12. So what it will become? It will become 72x minus 63 is equals to 45x minus 60. Now moving forward, so this 45x will become here, right? And 72x minus 45x, because when it will change the side, so it will be in the negative, because this is the positive value here. So when changing side, it will be in negative, then minus 60, and then this 63 will go here, so it will change its sign, so it will become plus 63, right? So I'm moving forward. This equation I'm solving here. Just a minute. I'm solving here, right? Okay, so what it will become? It will become 27x, then here 3, right? So if we find out the value of x, so what it will become? X value will become 1 by 9, right? X value will become 1 by 9. Now, this x value will be put in here. What the question is asking for? Find the large number. So these are our numbers, 8x and 9x. Who is large? 9x. So simple. Let's put the value of 9 here, x here. 9x, that means 1 upon 9. So it will be, so 1 will be the answer. So option number B is the correct answer. I hope the question is clear to you and also the explanation is clear to you, right? Moving forward, and this question was asked in 2020, then in 2022, then in 2024, right? So alternatively it was asked. So three times, right? Let's move on to the next question. Okay. The next question is from percentage. Okay, again a very important topic. 10% of the cakes baked in a bakery are found stale. Stale means spoiled. Just a minute. Stale means spoiled, right? And 20% of the remaining are sold in bakery outlet. If the remaining 50-40 cakes are sent to other shops, then the number of cakes that were stale or spoiled was. See, I don't use bookish method. I use shortcut tricks only, and I will tell you the shortcut tricks, right? So 10% of the cakes baked in a bakery are found stale, and 20% of the remaining are sold in bakery outlet. So let's consider that we have only 100 cakes, right? Just consider, because 100 is the best number while you are solving the percentage questions, right? Okay, so let's consider that total we have 100 cakes. 10% of the cakes baked in a bakery are found stale. So, what is the 10% of the cake? That 100, 10% will be 10 only. So 10% of the cakes in a bakery are found stale. So how much is left? 90, right? How much is left? 90. Okay. Now, are found stale, and 20% of the remaining 90s are remaining na, that 20% of that 90 cake. See, just we are considering that we have 100 cakes. You can consider X, but then the solution will be quite difficult, right? That's why I always consider 100, because the solution and the calculation will be easy only, right? So we have 100 cakes, 10% were spoiled, so we have 90 cakes that are fresh, right? Then 20% of the remaining, that means from 90, 20% of the remaining are sold in bakery. So 90's 20% will become 72. How? Let's see here. 20%, 18. Then 90 minus 18 will become 72. Now we have 72 cakes here, right? We have 72 cakes here. Now, if the remaining 50-40 cakes are sent, so we have remaining this now. If we have 100 cakes, 10% were spoiled, so we have 90 remaining, right? Among those 90 cakes or the remaining, 20% has been sold out. Now what we have as the remaining? 72, right? But according to our question, if the remaining 50-40 cakes are sent, that means according to our solution, we have 72 cakes. But according to the question, we have remaining 50-40 cakes, right? Now, let's use unitary method, right? So if 72 cakes are equals to this, so one cake will be equals to 50-40 upon 72. So the answer would be 70, right? So 100 cake will be, because we have in total 100 cakes, so 100 cake will become 7,000, right? Now, were sent to other shops, then the number of cakes that were stale or spoiled. That means in total we have 7,000 cakes, but it is asking for that were stale or spoiled. So we have 10% that were spilled, right? So 7,000, 10%. What will be the 10% of 7,000? 700, right? So 700 will be the answer. If it is asking that how many total cakes were there, so 7,000 will be the answer, but it is asking for how many cakes were stale or spoiled. So 10% of the total. So we have 7,000 in total. So 10% will be 700. I hope it is clear to you, right? Now you have seen that how easy it is if we are taking as 100, right? Let's move on to the next question. The next question is Anshika. That is my name. I have changed the question, but like agenda is simple, but just change the name. Anshika, age 3 years hence, multiplied by 3, and from that subtract 3 times Anshika's age 3 years ago will give you Anshika's exact age. Okay. So see, the age question is pretty easy. Just consider that suppose A is my present age. So 3 years before, what will be my age? A minus 3, and 3 year hence means after. So A plus 3, right? Present age is this, 3 years ago will be this, hence will be this only. Simple formula we will use here. Now, Anshika's age 3 years hence multiplied by 3. So suppose that my age is A only, right? So Anshika age 3 years hence. So it will become A plus 3, 3 years hence multiplied by 3. So if I multiplied by 3, and from that subtract 3 times, and from this subtract 3 times Anshika's age 3 years ago. That means if my age is A as of now, so 3 years ago will be A minus 3, will give you exact age of Anshika. Right? So let's find it out. It will become 3A plus 3 3s are 9. Yeah. Then 3A plus 3 3s are 9. So 3A will be cancelled and it will become 18 years. So Anshika is of 18 years old. I'm older than this. Okay, so this is fiction only. 18 years will be the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is the average score of Virat Kohli in a certain number of innings is 43. He then played another 8 innings in which he scored these. Like in every inning, in first inning 96, then in second inning 1, then in third inning 22, then 67, and so, right? In all the 8 innings. Now Anushka is asking for what is the new average score of Virat after those 8 innings. Okay, so in new 8 innings, what is the average score? We need to basically find it out, right? So average score, like average formula is so simple: sum upon total number of observation or total number of we can say total number of elements present, right? So sum will be 96 plus 1 plus 20, 22 plus 67 plus 39 plus 39, 48, sorry, 69 plus 2 upon these are total in 8, right? Now the total will be, I guess, let me check what is the total because it will take time to identify what is the total. So the total will become 344 upon 8, right? So if we divide, so it will become 43, right? So the answer will be 43. Now it is asking for what is the new average score of Virat after those 8 innings. So previously the average was 43 only, and this time also the average is 43. So average is same only. So same will be answer, right? I hope it is clear to you. The question was pretty simple. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, this question is quite interesting. All right, so pay attention here. An item is sold at a certain price. The selling price printed on the item is 40% more than its cost price, right? So suppose the cost price is 100 rupees. Simple again. The cost price, suppose just, okay, the cost price is 100 rupees. Now it is saying that the selling price printed on the item is 40% more than its cost price. So 40%. What is the 40% of 100? It would be 40 only, right? So selling price will become 140, right? Now, since the customer who purchased the product was a premium member, that means the important member or the important customer, he got a 10% discount on selling price. So, because the customer is important, so they gave the discount that, okay, you have 10% discount on your SP. So, if the customer get 10% discount on SP, that means on selling price, that means 10% of 140, right? So 10% of 140, so what it will become? 14. That means the amount that the customer had paid is 140 minus 14, so it will become 126, right? Now if the shopkeeper gained profit of 65 rupee, see, the customer has uh, purchased this item on 126, or we can say B have sold this item for 126, right? So this can be the selling price. So cost price was 100, selling price is 126. This time we are talking about that particular customer only, right? So 126. How much profit we gain? 26 rupees. So we can say that on 100 rupee we get the profit of 26 rupees, right? So what we need to find out, that it is saying that if the shopkeeper, according to us, because our cost price was 100, that was just a considered price, just supposed price, right? Now the actual thing will start from here. If the shopkeeper gained profit of 65 rupees, so on 100 we got the profit of 26 rupees. But according to our question, it is saying that if shopkeeper gains profit of 65 rupees, that means profit will be here. This is CP, this is profit. So it should be CP and it should be profit, right? Ratio and proportion rule. Okay, so 65. So we need to find that what is the cost price for that, like 65 rupees. According to our question, we need to find out the selling price. I know, but let's first find out cost price, then we will find out selling price, right? So again, see, question was from profit and loss, or we can say SP and CP. Uh, But where we are on ratio. So see, these topics are interconnected. Percentage, ratio proportion, profit and loss, and SPCP. These are the interconnected topics. Let's find out. So 100 upon 26 is equals to x upon 65, right? So if we find out the, sorry, if we find out the value of, like, it will become 600 into 65, okay, and here 26 into x, right? So this 26 will go here, 100 into 65 upon 26, so x. So what it should come as a result, if I see, so as a result what it will become, it will become 250, right? So which value it is? CP 250, because this time we have find out the CP, right? X value. See, 250 is also present in option, so don't mark blindly, right? CP we have find out. Now the selling price printed on the item is 40% more than the cost price, right? We have find out our like cost price, so we can find out CP. What, who was the CP, or what was the CP? 40% more than its cost price. So cost price plus cost price 40%, right? So 250 to 40%, so it will be cancelled out. So 250 plus 100, so it will become 350, right? 350 will be the answer. I hope it is clear to you. Let me re-explain. Initially, we considered that we have the cost price as 100 rupee. Now, according to the question, the selling price printed on the item is 40% more than its cost price, right? So, 40% more than its cost price. What is the cost price? 100. What will be the 40%? 40. SPA is more than 40%, right? So it will become 140. Now, since the customer who purchased the product was a premium member, we gave extra discount. That means on SP, we gave 10% extra discount. So what was the SP? 140. Now 10% of 140 will become 14. Now, how much we have given? That means 14 rupees the discount, right? 10% will be the discount, and in rupee term it is 14 rupees, right? So we will minus out that, we will find out that what is the profit we have earned. So 126 was the selling price for that customer. Now for that we need to find out that what was our profit. So we have like 100 rupees we have purchased, right? Or is the cost price, and 126 is the selling price. So we can say that 26 is our profit, right? So 100 on 100 rupees we have earned the profit of 26 rupees. Now according to the question, it is saying that if the shopkeeper gained the profit of 65 rupees, that means if the shopkeeper gained 65 rupees, so what was the SP. But to find SP, first we need CP because we have the ratio of these only. So we will find out CP. How we can find out CP? It was simple that we have just cross multiply, etc. Right? Then once we have find out CP, so we will put in the same equation. That selling price was 40% extra, right? So CP plus 40% of CP. So it would be 100, 350 will be the answer. I hope it is clear to you. Let's move on to the next question. If the average of three number is 135 and the difference between others is 25, then find the lowest number. So let's consider that X, Y, and Z are our numbers, right? And it is saying that if the average of three number is 135. So what is the average? Sum upon total number of observations. So we have three numbers, that means sum upon total number of observations, that means 3, and our average value is 135, right? This is the average formula, this is the average formula, and this is our given average. So let's find out the value of X plus Y plus Z. It will become 135 into 3, right? Now what it is saying, and the difference between others is 25, that means X, Y, and Z. So the difference is 25, 25, right? Plus 25 plus 25. Here, the difference is 25, 25. Now, if we see that X value will become Y minus 25, right? If we find out the value of X, so X value will become Y minus 25 and Z value will become Y plus 25, right? Y plus 25. Let's put these values in this equation. So it will become Y minus 25 plus y is same only, or you can find the value according to X or according to Y, any variable you can put, right? I'm putting Y. Okay, plus Y plus 25, right? This is the value of X, this is Y only, and this is the value of Z, and 135 into 3. Okay, now 25 will cancel 25, so it will become 3y equals to 135 into 3. This 3 will cancel this 3. Y value, we have find out that Y value is 135. Now, what was the value of X? X value is Y minus 25. That means 135 minus 25. So it will become 110. Now it is asking find the lowest number. So lowest number was X only because Y is 35 and it is in from minus, it would be subtracted from Y only, and Z is addition to Y. So X will be the smallest number, so 110 will be the answer. Now, it was the longest trick, although it was easy, but it was the longer trick. Now let me tell you the shortcut trick. It is quite tricky, but just 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds it will take. Right? I will explain, it will take a time, but when you will solve it on your own after learning that trick, now only 2 seconds you will need to answer it. Okay. Now let me explain it. See, we know that sorted numbers or consequences numbers have the average that is in the middle value, right? Let me explain. If we have 2, 4, 6, 8, if we find what is the average, so I can directly say that the average would be 5. Let me take, first we will take odd numbers, then even numbers, like total number, odd number, right? These are the 5 numbers, right? So we can see that the these are the we can say the same difference we have, 2, 2, 2, 2, right? So these are the shorted numbers and with the same difference. If we need to find out the average of these, we can directly say that the middle one will be the answer, right? Or else you can find out 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 upon 5. So it will become 10 plus 10, 20, 30 upon 5, 6. See, 6 is the answer, 6 is the answer, right? So let me take one more example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the average will become 3. How? Let me find out. According to the trick, the middle one, right? If we have odd numbers in total, right? So according to that, the middle one will be the answer. Let me give the long cut method to it upon 5. So it will become 3 to 5, 15 upon 5 will become 3, right? So again, got the idea or not? See, again, see, doesn't matter the difference is 2 or 1. These are the consecutive numbers because consecutive numbers also have the same difference, right? And the numbers which are arranged in such a order that the difference is same is called AP. You remember? It's called AP. AP, arithmetic progression. This was the condition na, that the difference should be same in each of the number in that series. So we know that for an AP where the difference is same, the now we know na the average will be that middle number. We have learnt it for total like odd numbers. Now let me give an example for even numbers. Suppose we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So even numbers in total, right? In total 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 we have. Previously we have 5, 5. So that's I'm saying not that 2, 4, 6, 8, right? So in total we have even numbers. Okay. Now for that, can we find out the middle? So you will say that middle are this. See, middle is this, right? So we will find out that 4 plus 6 upon 2 will become 5. Or directly we can say like 4, 5, 6. So 5 will be the answer. So the middle of that will be the answer. So we know now the conclusion is that for an AP where the difference is same, AP is the difference is same, or for any consecutive number series, the average will be the mid digit, right? If the total numbers are in even, so like the middle of these two. If the odd, then we can directly find out the middle as we have done here and here, right? Now it is clear. Okay, we have got the idea. Now let me read this question. If the average of three number is 135 and the difference between others is 25, that means difference between others, that means difference is same in all, right? We have X, we have Y, we have Z, and the difference is 25, 25, right? The difference is 25 here, 25 here. So we know that for an AP, the average is the middle value for odd number of series, right? So their total numbers are 3. That means this is a odd number of series, right? So the average will become that middle value. That means Y. And Y value or the average value, it is given that 135. So we can find out that Y value is 135 and the difference is 25. We can directly minus 35 minus 25. So the value will become 110. How easy it is. Like when you know the concept, in 2 or 3 seconds you can find out the answer because you will directly see that okay, this is AP XYZ and the difference is 25, 25. Average value is given 135. Let's minus it and 100, like 110 will be the answer, right? So how easy it is. So first I have explained the concept, then I have told you the shortcut trick. In exams you have to use shortcut trick so that you can save your time, right? I hope it is clear to you. Let's move on to the next question, but first let me erase this stuff. Okay, this question is also quite tricky and students consider is that like difficult question, but I will make you super easy. Again, with the help of a shortcut trick, we will do it. If 680 rupee is divided between Ram, Shyam and Mohan in such a way that Ram gets 2 by 3 of Shyam and Shyam gets 1 by 4 of Mohan, then how much amount did they get respectively? See, if you will follow the bookish method, it will take you a long time and a lot of calculation you need to do. But what I will do is, I will write like Ram, Shyam and Mohan, right? So what it is given that if this much of amount is divided between Ram, Shyam and Mohan in such a way that Ram gets 2 by 3 of Shyam. So I can say that Ram gets 2 by 3 of Shyam, right? So what will be the ratio of Ram and Shyam? This S will come here. So R upon S will become 2 ratio 3. So I can say that R and ratio will become 2 ratio 3, right? And Shyam gets 1 by 4 of Mohan. So Shyam gets 1 by 4 of Mohan. So if this M will come here, so S upon M will become 1 upon 4. That means S and M have 1 and 4. Right? Why I'm writing here? Why I'm writing here? There is a reason that the first ratio is this, Ram and Shyam. The next ratio is given between Shyam and Mohan. So it will come here in the next line. Right? Now, what should we do with these blanks? Simple. This approach I called is neighborhood dustbin method. Like I have given this name only, neighborhood dustbin method. That means this is our garbage. Let's consider it garbage, and we will throw this garbage here in neighborhood. I know it's quite silly, but it is what it is, right? So three will come here, and again, this is our garbage. We will throw it in our neighborhood, right? Here it will come. Let's multiply them. Here, like in that way, you need to multiply. 2 ones are 2, 3 ones are 3, and 4 threes are 12, right? So this is our complete ratio, right? This is our complete ratio. Now what it is saying that the total amount was 680 rupees. But according to us, what is the total amount? 12 plus 3 is 15 plus 2 is 17. According to us, the total amount is 17, but the question is saying that the total amount was 680 rupees. So if 17 is equal to 680 rupees, I can find the value of 1, right, upon 70. So it will become 40, right? So that means one part is 40. Now, this part is of Ram, this part is of Shyam, this part is of Mohan. Suppose the property is 40 in total. Two part will get Ram, that means two part. So 40 into 2 will be in the uh, like will help to Ram, right? Then three part will help to Sohan. Sohan or Shyam? Sohan. Oh, Shyam, sorry. So it will become 40. So here, that means 80. Then it will become 120. And the greatest part will be Mohan. So 12 into 40, 480, right? So then how much amount did they get? So Ram will get 80, and then that Shyam will get 120, and then Mohan will get 480. See, this was the pretty easy question, I would say, but tricky, right? And people used to consider it difficult, but I have made it so easy, right? So I think it is clear to you. Let's solve one more question. So the question is A and B are in the ratio of 3 and 4. Okay, so 3 and 4, and B and C are in the ratio of 12 ratio 3. So I can't write here 12 ratio 3. So that's why I will write here 12 ratio 3. Right? Now, again that garbage method, right? So this garbage will be thrown to the neighborhood. So 4, and this garbage will be thrown to the neighborhood. So it would be 12. Now, either you can directly multiply, or else you can check that whether they are cancelling each other or not, right? So I can say that 4 1 is 4, 4 3 is 12, and this 4 will also cancel by this, right? Then it will become 9, then it will become 12, and then it will become 13, right? If we multiply 3 3 is 9, 12 is 12, and 13 is 13, right? So 9, 12, and 13. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. What it is asking for? Then A ratio C. So 9 ratio 13 will be the answer, option number B. How easy it is. If you will solve by bookish method, so you will be like A upon B, and then B upon C, right? So A upon B is 3 ratio 4, and B ratio 12 upon 3. So B will be cancelled by this, A and C. Then like 9 upon 30. So this is the bookish method, and this is the shortcut trick. Right. So yeah, that's all for today from my side. I hope all the questions are clear to you, all the shortcut tricks are clear to you. And if you find the video useful, and if you want more videos related to quantitative aptitude along with shortcut tricks, do let me know in the comment section, and I will make some videos. Let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.